Hello, morning. Hello, boleh dengar? Okey, skrin boleh nampak? Okey. Fifi, ada orang lain ke? Kalau tak ada, kita nak start lah.
Tak sure lah. Rasanya ada lagi seorang.
Okey lah, kita tunggu 5 minit lah. Kalau tak ada, kita start lah.
Okey.
Dan hi Syari and hi Uzai. Morning. During my presentation, if you have any question, if you can interrupt me, you interrupt me, not by the chat because I'm afraid I might ignore your chat. So if you want to interrupt me, you just talk and interrupt me. So good morning, and today I would like to share to you introduction about Mimosa. So it just I will not go into the configuration part. It's just the brief presentation on Mimosa product, what they have, what they have, and how can you use the Mimosa product. Okay. For those who doesn't know about Mimosa, so Mimosa is a product for strictly for wireless bridging, which means it is for point to point and point to multi-point only. Okay. So different than Ubiquiti. Ubiquiti, you have the point to point and point to multi-point, but also Ubiquiti, they have the routers, the switches, and the indoor APs. But for Mimosa, they only have point to point and point to multi-point, and they have like one or two products for access point, but that's not their focus. Their focus is more on the wireless bridging. Okay. So let us go through what they have, what features they have. Okay. Okay. So their Mimosa solution that they have from A to Z, from the backhaul until to your endpoint, your end user. So they have point to point backhaul point to point wireless, and then they can have also a combination of point to multi point to your home, and inside your home. So like I said before, they also have one product for access point. They have also one access point here. So you can have A to Z wireless solution for your customer. Yeah, right. Their main point here is that their products they don't have any lower bandwidth product. They just focus on high speed fiber solution product, which means their throughput for their point to point, the minimum they have is 500 Mbps, okay, up to 1 gig. Okay, so yeah, this is their solution, the point to point, and then the point to multi point. Okay, and they also have cloud monitoring. They have their own cloud monitoring software, so you can monitor your devices inside the cloud monitoring. Okay, so in Mimosa, the product naming is for you to know. They have something like let me just show you this one. So if you look at Mimosa product, they have product naming so that you can know which product to use. Okay, if you want to use backhaul, uh, the product naming, it should have B in front. So they have B24, they have B11, and then they have B5, and then B5C. Okay, so for B24, yes, it is. This one is the 24 gigahertz. Okay, hertz. The 11 one, 11 hertz, and this one is the 5. Okay, the C at the end of the name of the product it means connectorized, which means the one with the C you can attach external antenna. Okay, and then if you want to use point to multi-point, so you have for the access the access one, they call it as they have this one A5 and A5. Okay, I see. For client, when you do point to multi-point, so like this one, sorry, like this one, so this is the access point, and then this is the client. Okay, this is the client. So the client one is C5, C5C, and then they have the latest one, the C5X. Okay, this is C5X. You can connect to their antenna. They have their own antenna. All right. Okay, so this is the product that they have. So this one is for point to point, and this one is for point to multi-point. Okay, but you can also use like this one, the client one. You can use for point to point also. This one also can, but you're just naming it so it will be easier for you. Okay, so this is the product that they have. Okay, so their main feature is that they have yeah, cost effective. I think if you check with our sale, the price range for Mimosa is slightly cheaper than Ubiquiti and other brands, but they provide high throughput for your wireless tool. So they are cost effective but high performance. Yeah, lower power consumption. They have extended frequency. All right, and they are low latency and cheaper and very performance. And then they are using the latest Wi-Fi technology. So they have Mimo, they're using EDMA, they have S-Sync, and you can manage your devices over the cloud. But you need to make sure your network, your AP is having internet connection, right? Because the network management is on the cloud. You cannot have like Ubiquiti, the UNMS you can install on locally, but this one cannot install locally, so you must go into the cloud. Okay, later I show you the cloud. Okay. Yeah, they claim they are the cheapest one in the industry. They have short, mid, and long haul. The 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 longest distance for their product will be the C5. It can go up to more than 50 kilometers. Right? They have the integrated support. They have the GPS sync, and their design is rugged. And important thing that they have the IP67 standard. So which means the products are waterproof. Okay. Rugged, yeah. So, uh, the advantages. So if you compare to Ubiquiti they don't have this IP67 rated. So better for using Mimosa if you plan to make sure your devices can stay longer outdoor. Okay, right. Yeah, this one if they have they auto everything, they will choose the best setting for you, right? So every radio in Mimosa they have the dual link, which means you have the horizontal channel and the vertical channel. So you have two channels, so you can isolate your throughput from interference. So you can use channel one and channel two. So you can have less of you can use less of that channel, and you can provide more responsibility on your. Okay, so this is one of their best features, right? Okay, so if you can see here, you have this graph of channel or interference, the noise. So yeah, you can use two different channel at the same time, so you can provide a better result for your point to point. Okay. And the next one, they have this something they call it as SRS, is spectrum reusing, which means if you have a point to multi-point deployment using Mimosa, you can set your nearby APs, I mean the Mimosa APs, to use the same channel, but still you not interrupting the performance. So this is the features they have, which is the SRS. This one is mostly used in point to multi-point, because when you have point to multi-point, you have multiple APs nearby. So it will be a problem for you to choose the best channel. So they have these features so that you can still use the same channel, but you will maintain the same result. Still have the better performance of your point-to-point link. So this is the example. So if you have a point to multi-point without the SRS, the spectrum reusing, so each of your AP are using their own channel. So which means you can have less subscribers because of interference, and your bandwidth also will drop. Okay, and you are using so many channels. But then if you enable the SRS in the Mimosa, so you see here you still using the same amount of AP, but you reduce the channel, and once you reduce the channel, you can have more subscribers, and then your throughput will be better. Okay, so this is okay. So this is their product, the point-to-point backhaul. Okay. So this is the graph of the point portfolio. So before you plan to do the point-to-point link, I think this one you know already. If you want to uh, plan a point-to-point, you need for me, I would suggest you before you start buying the product, you need to first one you need to do a site survey. I mean, not before you go to the real site survey, you do a link planner. So Mimosa they have link planner, so you can use the software to plan your link. So you have point A, point B. You mark on the software and you see the result. Is it possible? Is it the throughput is good? Line of sight is there? These are the things that you can pre-planning first, right? So once you know, you can use point to point at that area, and then you start looking for product, right? So you choose based on the planner, you based on the distance, based on the throughput required, right? Based on the LOS, right? So from there you choose, and then is it point to point or point to multi point, and then you choose for the product. Okay, before you buy the product, then you start go for the real site survey, right? This is very important, right? Because the link planner will not provide you any information if they are building over there. They don't know about that because if you look at the Google Earth also, they can only show you the terrains like uh, the mountains, like apa lagi, the sea. But then the link planner they doesn't know is there a building over there, ada pokok, he doesn't know. So this is really important. Once you dah buat plan, you dah even the plan said, oh yeah, it's possible for you to create a link over there. Don't you just don't buy the product and just go pasang. So that one is not a good plan. Okay, so after you dah simulate the plan, at least you know it's possible. Then you go to the real site survey, you pergi dekat sana, location A and location B, then you check is it really possible or not, because sometimes the link planner say possible, but then you go on site, then there is a blocking, ada bangunan baru, ada something else. So do a real site survey. Once you dah do a real site survey, dah confirm boleh, then baru you start buy the product, and then you configure, then pasang. Then once you dah pasang, the important thing is to tune your product, right? So to tune so that you can have the best result. Okay, so you go for real site survey, configure and mount. Then last one, you this is the how you do a point networking, right? So really important for you to do all these things before you start buying the product. Okay. All right. So let us go back to the product. Okay. So if you plan to use point to point for high reliability, you mean you want the uh fiber throughput which is 1 gig. So you go for this that all models is B24, B5, and B11. But B24 and B11, I believe you need to purchase license from MCMC, because those bands are registered in Malaysia. Yeah, it is licensed, so you need to buy license if you plan to use B24 and B11. but you can freely use B5 and B5C. Okay, the difference between B5 and B5C is only that the B5, the antenna is built in, so you no need to use extra antenna. But B5C, you need to use external antenna. Alright, I've tested the B5C. You can use it with rocket dish from UPNT. Alright, you can also use other third party antenna, because antenna is only passive hardware, but not sure how good is that third party antenna. But Mimosa also have tested a few antenna brands, so you can look at their website. They share with you which one they have tested with 5C. So you maybe you can, if you plan to buy antenna, you can buy based on their suggestion. Okay, so if you plan to go for long distance, go for B5 or B5C. Okay, because it can go up to more than 50 kilometers, depending on your antenna lah for the B5C. Alright. For the B24, only for short distance, but with fiber to home. Okay, so last time I tried the B24, it can go, no, they suggest us to use below than 3 kilometer for B24. Last time I used for one side around 2 kilometers, and I get the throughput of, I think, around 900 Mbps. Okay. The next one, if you want to go for cost effective, which is lower price and also lower in the bandwidth, so up to 700 Mbps, then you go for C5X and C5C. C5C if you want to go for long distance, alright. Same here, C5C you need to attach external antenna, okay, or you go for C5X. So if you nak buat point to point yang short distance, so maybe CCTV ke, so you can use this C5X, but the antenna is external, but you need to use their own antenna, which is the other start from 12 dBi up to 25 dBi. So from horn antenna, and then it goes to dish antenna. So this one you can for C5X, the antenna you need to buy from antenna itself, right? Because this one is unique. You kena sambung dengan dia punya cable. So C5X up to around 10 kilometers. Alright, but I need to remind you, even the data sheet cakap, let's say the B5C is up to plus kilometers. It really depends on your environment. You cannot 100% saya dia punya data sheet pula sebab sometimes you cannot get the real result. Okay, so really depends on your environment, the LOS, the distance, the interference. So you cannot justify how can you get the 50 plus kilometers, right? But at least if you follow the I mean, like if you eliminate all those interference, all those masalah LOS apa semua, by right you can get the right, we still with good bandwidth. Okay, so really depends. So that's why I say when using point to point, really important for you to plan your network for configuring, because it's not easy to get the real throughput using point to point. Okay. Okay, so this one B5. So they have for mid haul up to 10 kilometers. So they have the GPS sync and dual link. Yes, they're using dual link. B5C. So you need to connect to external antenna. So for long haul, because you can attach external antenna, so it can go further than the B5. Alright. B11, so this one is licensed. This one also you need to attach an external antenna. And then B24. So B24 is short haul up to 3 kilometers. Alright, but the throughput is very high and less interference because 24 gig band is less used by other people. So this one is less interference, right? So all of them have the IP67 rating, so which means they are waterproof. They have the GPS sync and they are using dual link. Alright. So this one is if you plan to go for the 1 gig throughput or point to point. Okay. So this one is for lower cost point to point. If you want to go for cheaper price and bandwidth lower than 1 gig, so up to 700 MPS. So C5C and C5X. Long distance you go for C5C because you can attach external antenna. And shorter distance you go for C5X. Okay. And C5X, and the antenna is called N5X. Right, so they have the integrated radio with modular antenna. So extended frequency, ultra rugged, and this one is not IP57 but it's IP51. Alright, and it's using the 2x2 11 AC. Okay. So if you're using this C5X for point to point, the throughput can go up to 700. But if you change the mode to point to multi-point, then the throughput will become around 500. Okay, so the antenna ranging from the default one, which is 8 dBi, up to 25 dBi. That's why the distance can go up to around 10 kilometers. Alright, so that's we see the design of the C5X. Okay, so this is the antenna. This is the AP. Okay, without the antenna, you have the built-in 8 dBi antenna right here. So you can attach the horn one. This one is 12 dBi. This one is I believe is in on, and then 20 each. Then the largest one is the 25 dBi. Okay, so you can change the antenna. Okay. Okay, yeah. So starting from 8 dBi up to 25 dBi. Okay. So if you buy the AP itself, you already have the antenna, but really short distance. Okay. So this one, another one is the C5C for lower cost point to point. So long range, so you bring your own antenna, third-party antenna with the same connector, which is dual RTSA. And then the next one is the point to multi-point. Alright, so point to multi-point, still using for the access, you are using A5 or NA5C. So for distance lower than maybe around 100 to 200 meters, yeah, lower than 300 meters, you go for A5. So this one is quad setter, so it's like omnidirectional antenna, so built-in antenna. So it's only for short distance coverage. Okay, so you can use A5 as your access point. Okay, so they have the SRS, so you can use the same channel back. Okay. Or if you want to go for wider distance, you go for A5C. So it have connectorized 4x4 antenna, so you can actually connect. You see here they have 4 antenna, so you can attach one antenna on the right side and then another antenna on the left side, so you can have 2 antenna, or you can use only one antenna and connect all 4. So you can customize your antenna. Okay, so this one is longer distance. This one maybe this one is up to 500 meters to 600 meters, right? So this is the simple design of point to multi-point using Mimosa. So they have here the access point is using the A5, and within 300 meters they are using combination of C5X and C5C. Okay, so you can use any of the client to be the client in this point to multi. Okay. Okay, this is the whole solution from the backhaul to the client. So you have the backhaul from tower to tower. You have the V24 or V5, and then from the backhaul go to your access point, and from your access point to multi-point to your client. So client, you can mix combination between C5X or you can use C5C. And then inside the premise, then you can use the for Wi-Fi. You can connect to the Wi-Fi 80. We also have one indoor Wi-Fi 80, right? This design. Okay. So this is an example. This one is the A5. Okay, you put it on the pole. Maybe this one is for CCTV, right? This one is for the residential area, A5, right? So this is the design of the A5. So it has this one is the IP67. You have the GPS sync, beamforming, and then the antenna is quad sector, which means the antenna they have it's like ada pecah empat. So dia ada pecah empat, so ada quad sector. So the combine semua jadi 360, right? And this one is the A5C, so you can connect antenna here, right? You can use the this one I show you. This I show you the antenna. This one with the antenna, right, for longer distance. And also, this one is the using A5C, but it connects to omnidirectional antenna, which is N5 360. So this one, this is the A5C. And you connect to the antenna, right? This one. So the N5 360 is similar to this one, quad sector, and for longer distance, right? So this is the antenna. Right. So if you are using A5, you can cover up to 300 meters. But if you're using A5C plus the external antenna, which is the N5 360, so you can have a longer distance, right? At 40% of the coverage, right? So this is example of tower deployment. So if you plan to install a tower, so example this one point to multi-point. So on the tower is the A5C. So you see here, this is the A5C, and this is the sector antenna from Mimosa. This one is for N545. So this one is the 45 degree antenna, sector antenna, right? So it connects, like I said, the A5C, they are the four connectorized. So this one you can connect all four to the one antenna, or you can connect two antenna, two connector to one antenna, and another two connector to one antenna. So you can have two antenna also, right? So this one another example, A5C. This one dia pakai tempat antenna. Okay. Or you can use also this one, the guna dish, right? And then if you want to configure, you can configure over apps. Tapi I don't recommend you to use apps. I prefer you to use your laptop. Okay. If you're using the backhaul model, the B5, 24 and B11, they have the management radio, so that you don't need to connect the LAN port from your laptop to the unit. So you turn on the unit, nanti dia ada broadcast management radio, so you boleh connect wirelessly untuk configure. But I tak suggest juga. I think the best way is you connect LAN to configure your unit. Okay. So this is the antenna. So they have the N545. 45 means the 45 degree, and then 4 times 4 means dia ada 4 connector. So dia punya antenna is slant 45 degree. Alright, so dia gain dia 22 dBi. Okay, so if you see, this is how the design of the signal of the antenna. So dia high gain, right? Dia reduce noise yang dekat tepi ni semua. Okay. This one is the comparison between antenna and product daripada brand lain. So you see here Mimosa has the best front to back ratio with antenna gain. So still can use others, but so far they are the best. The thing, yes, they have the SRS, so you can use multiple Mimosa AP, but you maintain use the same channel. Okay. So B24 mostly they use for video surveillance, because when you use CCTV, you need to carry a lot of data because of the video and the voice. So B24 have the fiber throughput, which is 1 gig, and less interference, so you can use B24 for video surveillance. Okay, so B24 suggested distance between 2 kilometers and 1.5 gigabit per second throughput full duplex, and latency less than 1 millisecond. Alright, and they have the SFP port. So you have the signal. So this is example. So you can use up to 3 kilometers, and rain reliability, you still working well under heavy rain. Have fiber port, so you can use fiber port. Okay. This is the mounting bracket. Okay. This is an example of using the for CCTV. So they use B24 and a combination of FC and the antenna. So this is another example. Video surveillance. So like this one, they have so they do point to point, multiple point to point. So for video surveillance, it can be 24. So each of the CCTV location, they use point to point. Yeah. Because when it's not suggested to use point to multi-point for video surveillance if you have so many CCTV. Right. This is just some review from the customers. We skip this one. Right. So they use this one. So this is the summary. Let me just show you their net management system. Okay, so this is the cloud network monitoring system. So if you buy any of the Mimosa product, you need to register account with the Mimosa, because every time you purchase a Mimosa unit, you need to unlock the unit. If you didn't unlock the unit, you cannot use the unit. So to unlock the unit, you need to log into your cloud account, and then you need to unlock the unit. Because under here it will ask for the device serial number. So you put the device serial number, then it will provide a code for you. So you use the code, you put back in the unit for you to unlock the unit and use the unit. This is important. You can just register. This one is free. You can just register the account here. you want to reset your AP also, you need to unlock. You need to put the lock key, then it will be locked again. Okay. So this one is their link planner. So if we go to design, so you can use their link planner. So they can provide map. But like I said, this one is only the terrain. Dia tak tahu if you ada building, you ada pokok, you ada tower. They don't know. So that's why I say after the simulation, you need to go to the real site survey. Okay, so you can generate the report here. You akan nampak. Let me just show you. Bila you design new point, so you can select location for point A and point B. Okay, click OK. What is new? You need to put, or dia tak, cannot be like, oh, it's not like ubiquity. You need to put the coordinate of your location, point A and point B, and then you select the radio, and then you will have the report here. So you can see line of sight, yes or no, but depend. This one is only on the terrain, and you can see the distance, and then the result, physical throughput, aggregate IPU that you will get initially. So this is report that we can have. I think if you click on the full report, you can see. Yes. This is one example. So you can know the throughput that you will get, right? Initially, but not sure yet. When you go on site, when you deploy on site, then you know you will get this result or not. So below is the graph of the LOS. So you can see here, this is the terrains. So ini bukit berapa. So very clear lah inside. But maybe there is a building here also that we need to go on site. So if you generate full report, so if I click here, so this is the full report you can propose. Let me show you customer. So setting that you use to generate this one, and the link status. Okay. Site A location, site B location, site A product, and site B product. So this is the report that you can generate using the link planner. Okay. So this is the planner. And the next one, you have the monitoring tool, which is this one, manage. So you can check on your point-to-point status. Okay, so you can go device list, so you can see device list here and the status, right? The MAC address, IP, okay. And then you can also view topology. Have know how many you have. Reports. Nothing here. This is what you can view. So if you go to device inventory, the result here on the dashboard. So you know where is the location of your AP, right? In the status. So I think that's about it about Mimosa. Anything you want to ask? It's pretty simple lah, because I just want to brief you on the product they have. If you want to go the configuration, it will be on the next presentation. Right? This one is just for the product briefing. So anything you want to ask up until now? Also here they have, if you go to the Mimosa website, you can also find more guides here. You can read more if you go to support documentation. All right, so they have here, so you can read more info about the product and how to use it. So you can just click here also, you can. Like the installation guide, user guide, so they have everything here. Okay, so you can try to read this, and also you can chat with them. You can chat with them. I think that's about it about Mimosa. Anything you want to ask? Ada apa nak tanya? Tak ada. I think I will end my presentation. Anything? Anybody? Ada soalan tak? If tak ada, then I think that's all for today. Thank you for attending my presentation. I'll see you next week for another presentation. And if you like to know more about Mimosa, you can ask from our sales, or for technical question, you can also ask. Say we direct you to our technical team. I think that's all. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Have a good day. Bye.